Peace is far more powerful than any high. You hear the word peace and you imagine a pleasant state, a nice feeling, a calm afternoon, a relaxed nervous system. Yes, it is important, but here that is not what is being pointed to. The high is excitement, the high is anticipation, the high is movement, the high is becoming, the high needs an object, a person, a victory, a text message, money, success, attention. Without the object, the high collapses. Peace requires nothing. That is why it is more powerful. The high says, I need something in order to be okay. Peace says, I need nothing. One is dependence, the other is freedom. You think the high is powerful because it feels intense. Intensity is not power. Firecracker is intense. The sun is powerful. A craving is intense. Freedom is powerful. Most people spend their lives addicted to intensity. They mistake turbulence for aliveness. They mistake emotional spikes for depth. They mistake desire for purpose. And because of this, they never discover peace. The high always carries its opposite within it. After excitement comes emptiness. After anticipation comes disappointment. After victory comes the search for another victory. After pleasure comes the fear of losing pleasure. The high is never complete. It is a contract. It gives with one hand and takes with the other. Peace takes nothing because peace asks for nothing. The reason peace appears boring to people is because their nervous system has become addicted to drama. Silence feels empty only to the mind that is accustomed to noise. But once the noise subsides, something extraordinary is discovered. Not happiness, not excitement, not bliss, something deeper. A sense that nothing is missing. And when nothing is missing, what can threaten you? What can be taken from you? What can the world offer you that you do not already possess? This is why peace is more powerful than any high. The high makes you a servant. Peace makes you untouchable. The takeaway. The mind says, if I get what I want, I'll be at peace. Truth is the reverse. When there is a peace, I no longer need what I want. The high depends on life going your way. Peace remains even when it doesn't. Imagine two men. One spends his life chasing butterflies. The other sits beneath a tree. The first man sees a beautiful butterfly and runs after it. For a moment he catches it. His heart races. His eyes light up. He feels alive. But the butterfly flies away. Now he must search for another, and another, and another. His entire life becomes a sequence of pursuits, not because he loves butterflies, but because he has become addicted to the chase. The second man sits beneath the tree. At first, it seems he has nothing, no butterflies, no excitement, no grand victories. People look at him and think, what a boring life. But something strange happens. The butterflies begin landing on him. Birds sing nearby. The wind moves through the leaves. The sun warms his skin. Birds sing nearby. The wind moves through the leaves. The sun warms his skin. Life comes to him naturally. He is no longer running after experience. He is experiencing. Are you asking how? Because you are trying to understand this with the same mind that is addicted to chasing. So the statement sounds mysterious. Let's make it very simple. Imagine a man who goes for a walk. The entire walk he is thinking, when will I reach? Is this helping my fitness? Should I listen to a podcast? Maybe I should check my phone. What should I do next? What if someone texts me? His body is on the walk. His mind is somewhere else. Now imagine another man walking. He hears the birds. He feels the breeze. He notices the sound of his footsteps. He sees the sunlight reflecting off a puddle. Nothing extraordinary is happening, but he's actually there. The first man is chasing experience. The second man is experiencing. The mind believes life is always somewhere else. After the next achievement, after the next relationship, after the next purchase, after the next message, after the next success. So it never arrives where it is. It is always leaning into the future, like a person at a concert, spending the entire show recording videos. He is trying to capture the experience, therefore he misses it. When I say the butterflies begin landing on him, I am not saying magical things start happening. I am saying that when you stop chasing life, you finally notice life. The butterfly was always there. The birds were always singing. The wind was always moving. The sunset was always happening. The conversation with a friend was always available. The taste of your tea was always available. But your attention was elsewhere. Think about your own life. When you take a long walk, journal, exercise, sit alone, and stop chasing something, there are moments of genuine ease. Nothing spectacular happened. No girl texted, no money arrived, no major victory occurred, yet something felt lighter. Why? Because for a brief moment, the mind stopped saying, I need something else before I can be okay. And when that demand disappeared, experience became available. So, my deeper point is even harsher. I would say, you think you want the butterfly, you don't. You want the anticipation of the butterfly. That is why people often enjoy the chase more than the thing itself. The dream of success, the dream of love, the dream of recognition, the build up, the fantasy, then they get it, and very quickly the mind moves on. Because it was never interested in the thing, it was interested in chasing. So when I say he is no longer running after experience, he is experiencing, I mean, the river does not chase water, the sky does not chase clouds, the tree does not chase sunlight. They simply participate in what is already here. Most humans are so busy pursuing life that they never actually meet it. The irony is that life was never hiding from them, they were hiding from life. Most people think they want the butterfly, they don't. They want the feeling they imagine the butterfly will give them. And because that feeling never lasts, they spend their lives running. One butterfly becomes a promotion, the promotion becomes a relationship, the relationship becomes a bigger house, the bigger house becomes status, the status becomes recognition, the recognition becomes another goal. The running never ends, the destination keeps moving. Like a horizon, no matter how far you walk, it remains far away. Peace is different. Peace is like arriving at a mountain lake before dawn. No music, no audience, no applause, just still water. The surface is so calm that the entire sky reflects within it. The clouds, the moon, the stars, everything appears effortlessly. Now imagine throwing stones into that lake. Each stone creates ripples. The reflection breaks. The water becomes disturbed. Cravings are stones. Fear is a stone. Ambition born from incompleteness is a stone. Neediness is a stone. Every I must have this is a stone. People spend their lives throwing stones into the lake and then wondering why they cannot see clearly. Peace is not creating the reflection. Peace is simply stopping the throwing. Or think of a dog chasing its own tail, hour after hour, day after day. The tail seems important because it is always just out of reach. The chase itself creates the illusion of value. One day, the dog becomes exhausted. It stops and suddenly realizes the thing I was chasing was attached to me the entire time. That is the story of human desire. You chase love, you chase success, you chase validation, you chase happiness, only to discover that the peace you hoped they would give you was available before any of them arrived. The high is like drinking salt water in the ocean. For a moment, it feels like relief, but it creates more thirst. The more you drink, the more you need. Peace is fresh water. It doesn't excite you, it nourishes you. The ocean screams, the spring whispers, yet one sustains life. A candle flickers wildly, a mountain does not. The candle seems more dramatic, more interesting, more alive, but a small wind can extinguish it. The mountain remains through storms, through heat, through rain, through centuries. The high is in the candle, peace is the mountain. One dazzles the eyes, the other cannot be moved. And that is why peace is far more powerful than any high. It is not powerful because it is intense. It is powerful because it no longer needs anything in order to remain what it is. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding in life is this. We think we are seeking experiences. We are not. We are seeking the promise that the next experience will finally complete us. So we run from one butterfly to the next, one goal to the next, one desire to the next, one version of ourselves to the next. And because we are always running, we never notice the meadow we are already standing in. The birds were singing all along. The breeze was blowing all along. The sunlight was warming our skin all along. Life was not absent. Our attention was. The tragedy is not that we fail to obtain what we want. The tragedy is that we spend our lives believing that peace exists somewhere beyond the next achievement, the next relationship, the next possession, or the next victory. But peace is not found at the end of the chase. Peace appears when the chase loses its authority. Not because life becomes dull, not because desires disappear through effort, but because one begins to see that the endless pursuit was never leading anywhere. The horizon keeps moving, the mind keeps demanding, the craving keeps inventing new destinations, and yet, beneath all of that movement, life remains quietly available. A cup of tea, a morning walk, a conversation, a sunset, a breath, a moment of silence. Nothing extraordinary, yet strangely complete. The man who chases butterflies spends his life hoping to touch life. The man who sits beneath the tree discovers that life has been touching him all along. And perhaps that is the deepest realization. The experience was always real. The craving was the illusion. Life was never hiding from you. Only your pursuit of something else prevented you from seeing it.